Hi, everybody. Oh, I am so happy to be with you and celebrate Sage Goddess's 7th anniversary. 7 years ago today, July 25th, 2011, Sage Goddess was born. And so today we celebrate, and it's a celebration for both of us because the community wouldn't be what it is without you, really, truly. I mean, I see today as a day to celebrate you in some ways, as much as it is a day to celebrate me and the beautiful team that I've assembled of people who do this sacred work with me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being. Thank you for joining us in the middle of your day to come party with us. I hope you're going to join us this evening too. We'll go live later this evening. We're having a really huge celebration here at our shop this evening from 6 to 8:30 or so. So if you're in LA, would love to have you join us. But let me tell you, this hour is jam-packed. Are you ready? This is our visioning ceremony for the next 7-year cycle, mine and yours, okay? I have giveaways. I have 5. I have 5 giveaways. These are cycle gemstone sets for different intentions. So I'm going to do a set for protection and so on. And so at the end of our time together, I'm going to be giving away these gemstone sets. Inside your bag is a velvet pouch. And it comes with all the gemstones you won and cards to tell you about each one. So if you're new to stones and you win the giveaway, you'll know exactly what the crystals are in your magical grab bags. So that's coming after our ceremony. After our visioning ceremony together, I'm going to be pulling cards from this beautiful deck and to give you wisdom for the next cycle. And so I will pull as many cards as I can. So we've got card reading coming. We've got giveaways coming. But most of all, I think the ceremony is what you're going to really, really enjoy. I wore this tank top on purpose. Usually people dress up for their anniversaries and put on a beautiful dress, and I'll probably do that later. But I wore this because moving into another cycle, a new cycle, requires letting go of everything that you're leaving behind. Everything you're leaving behind. Think about it this way. You can't really gracefully enter a new cycle of your life or your health or your happiness carrying around a bag of your old shit from old relationships and old experiences that really doesn't need to come with you. You know what I mean? It's almost like we keep carrying this stuff around, maybe for other people or maybe because we just always have and we haven't even stopped to think about it. Like if I were to ask you what's in your magic bag of other people's shit that you're carrying around, what would you say? I mean, I'm sure there's something in there, right? So today we're going to go year by year, okay, in the ceremony. I would love it if you had 7 stones with you or 7 rings or 7 something to represent the next 7 years of your cycle. We're going to start by going back to 2011, and we're going to go up through 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And we are going to release what's not coming forward. And we're going to give thanks for it, and we're going to let it live in the last cycle. That's just a good rite of purification. And you know, as we do ceremony and ritual together, I try to also teach you. You know what I mean? Before you call something new in, before you claim something new for your life, you have to make space, make conscious, sacred space. You have to create a container for that. It's sort of like trying to call in love when you don't love yourself. That's not a container where anyone can come and love you. So in order to call in love in the next stage of your life, let's say that's what you're doing today, you have to create a container that can hold the love you seek. So you have to create space. How do you create space in a hard drive, right? I mean, you gotta delete some old files. And like I said, some of you have files going back to 1969 or 1975 or 2017 that you need to just go, oh, I didn't know I had saved that. Delete, 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 double delete. You know, we need to do that. So today we're going to go back and we're going to delete, delete, delete in a spiritual way, right? What we're doing, you know, is not what we're doing. Let me say what we're doing is we're releasing what's ready to be surrendered. You don't want to go back in your life and just say, I'm deleting the whole hard drive. You probably still have karmic lessons to learn and work to do from certain, you know, events and situations that were active in your life at that time. So I'm not really giving you a pass to just delete, delete, delete. It's sort of like it's an informed erasure. Okay, it's surrendering things that are ready to be let go. It's like shaking the branches of a tree and just letting the dead leaves fall off. You're not going in and picking live leaves. Okay, don't ever do that. If you've got an active situation that you're working through, that's not the delete stuff. I'm saying shake your branches a little bit today. And like when there's dead leaves, but what I will tell you is this, a lot of us are carrying around branches of dead leaves. Have you ever been on a property where nobody's taking care of it? And have you? Where there's just nothing but dead leaves on branches. That's what some of you have going on. And so today is an invitation to shake, shake, shake from the last 7 in order to have beautiful branches for new blossoms and new leaves and new growth in the 7 years ahead. And you know what? Because energy creates form, I wouldn't be surprised if you lost weight after today, because a lot of that old stuff, baggage that you're carrying around lives actually now stored in your body, right? That's how we get to this place where we're actually physically carrying around old stuff that needs to be let go. So I want you to call your energy into present time while I smudge. And again, thank you if you're just joining me. Sage Goddess is turning 7 today. She is 7 years old. And we are celebrating our anniversary by doing what we do, which is raising energy to support you. Sage Goddess is here to support you. So I think of today really more than even a celebration of me or Sage Goddess. It's a celebration of us and the work that we do together that is so, so, so important. We are shifting the consciousness on our planet. It may be hard to see it sometimes, but I promise you that we are a powerful force. And so I want you to call your energy into present time. If you can, close your eyes. Whenever you remove one of your senses, the others get stronger. And so if you ever want to just calm yourself, close your eyes. That will allow your other senses to become more alert and aware. Just releasing into the smoke anything that's distracting you from being right here, right now. Enjoying the beauty of this moment. Clearing your tools. Clearing you. I like to clear my hands just by letting the smoke run through my fingers. Feels good too. A lot of traditions, they clear their feet, same way. You pick up all kinds of energy through the day you don't even know. If you have your phone by you, smudge your phone. A lot of you don't even realize how much energy, unwanted energy, you take in through your mobile devices. So be sure to smudge those at least once a day. So good. So, so, so good. And I want you to focus for a moment. I want you to begin to open a container for what begins today. If today is the first day of the next 7-year cycle for us, I want you to begin to focus your thoughts on the primary energy stream, the primary feeling or experience you wish to have in the next 7 years. And that can be like really big. You can just say, I just want to be happy. Okay. Or you can go really, really small and say, I mean, you know, relatively speaking, right? You can say, I really want to be of greater service in my community through my role, you know, in this organization. Or it can be something very, very small. Just for you, just someplace, you know, just local, just something in your heart. But it can also be really, really big. I want this to be for you, okay? So this isn't, don't make it about your children, because moms, we do that a lot. We start setting intentions for our kids because we're just so used to, you know, being responsible for a lot of their energetic experience. And so, but this is not them, right? They have their own intentions and their own energy streams. This is you. If I could put you on a raft on a river, and that river was full of everything that you desired, what would your deepest desire be if it was all available to you? You're just swimming on a raft on a river that's full of everything that you seek. What would your deepest desire be? What is that energy stream? And how can you connect more deeply to that? And hold your energy and your intention right there. Open a beautiful circle of light, calling in all of the spirit guides, my spirit guides, those of Sage Goddess, those of everyone who's watching now, those of everyone who will be watching later. Okay. So now that you have called your energy into present time, we are ready to begin our visioning work together. If you have an essential oil or a perfume that you are using to anoint with, I would love for you to grab that now. I'm working with Pythia, which is one of my favorite third eye blends because we are opening and activating the third eye in this ceremony. I have mentioned to you having a blue and a red candle available on our event page. If you don't have them, don't worry. Those are just the colors that I'm working with. And then just anointing with your oil. I always do my third eye, a little bit at my wrists and a little bit at my feet for what I know and what I do and where I go. And then I want you to make space for your crystals. Again, ideally for this ceremony, you're going to have one crystal for each of the next 7 years, starting 2018. We're going July 25 to July 25. And I will see you for our next 7. Won't that be fun? Remember, like, I was at the first visioning ceremony. You think it seems so far away, but it won't be. I mean, you know, it'll seem like just a few minutes away. We're going to be saying, remember, I was there. I was there too. Love you guys so much. That's what makes my heart happy, is that the greatest joy I get out of the work I do at Sage Goddess is thinking about us together. And how later we'll say, I remember that, or I was there, or we talked about this, or we had this experience. Remember that ritual? I often think about those conversations we'll have later down the road. You know what I mean? Remember that one? I do. Do you remember that? It's kind of neat. Okay. So, how fun. I know it's fun to see the feet. I'm trying to keep up with you guys too. So a red and a blue candle is what we're going to use. 7 stones. So starting in 2018, we're going to use one of your stones for the energy stream you want to align to for this year. Then you're going to think ahead to 2019 and the energy stream you want to align to for that next year. Okay, 2020, 2021, and so on. So this is an intense meditation we're about to do. Buckle up. I'm taking you back to 2011. And I'm taking you forward to 2024. And so we are working in this 13, 14 year time-bound space, and we are creating a container for it. We're creating a container for what has been in order to be surrendered and appreciated and released. And then we're creating a container for what will come. And both of those are blessings. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and light my red candle. You know, I want to share with you, just because even though I called in the directions before we began, I'm going to call them in now, just because I always like to make sure I cover all of the protocol as you guys are learning and becoming more versed in your ritual life. So guardians of the Eastern Gateway, as we open the circle today, we welcome you. This is a new day, a new dawn for Sage Goddess. Guardians of the East, you have taken such good care of us. You have nurtured us. You have welcomed us through the doors of perception and awareness to become something greater than ourselves and to expand not only our own personal consciousness, but the consciousness of our planet. And so Guardians of the East, we welcome you and anchor you into this space with so much love. Guardians of the Southern Gateway, fire element, you have taught us courage, haven't they? You have taught us courage. You have taught us passion. You have taught us how to live in our bodies. In the South, we learn how to be human. We are spirits in these bodies, and we learn how to anchor into those bodies and ground and experience physical passion and desire and courage and lust. And so Guardians of the South, we are so thankful because our passions have led us here. Our passions have led us to this moment. And so we welcome you in the circle. We anchor you here in the space with love. Guardians of the Western Gateway, you are the doorway to emotional healing, cleansing, purification, and release. And so Guardians of the West, we approach you today with love, with gratitude and reverence as you help us surrender what has been, but is no longer with us. And welcome through that same flow, that same tide, welcome in what is arriving for us in the next cycle. We welcome you and anchor you into the space with love. And then Guardians of the North, we stand on big shoulders as we move through cycles in life. In the North, we learn about cycles and how every part of your life is a cycle. This is one cycle that we're working with today, but today is a cycle, right? The moon waxes and wanes in cycles. Your life is a cycle. Your children's childhood is a cycle. And so honoring your own cycles in every way is also honoring the ancestors and the direction of North. And so we welcome you into the circle today. We anchor you in with love. And with that, our four corners are extra secure. And we give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks. So beautiful. Yes, thank you. We also, I was going to say this for the end, but I do want to say now that I'm calling in an extra energy stream today for the people of Athens, Greece. My heart goes out. I, of course, am Greek. And so just praying for my Greek family who is suffering. It's a terrifying fire that is unfolding there. And so we just hold them with love and with safety and gratitude. And we ask that the fire element retreat and leave that space in safety. Amen, aho. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I would like for you to please light your red candle. We're going to ground it out before we call it in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody, for being here. Woo. Red candle. We light a red candle when we are doing grounding work. We're not banishing anything. You know, one of the things I want to say is banishing is the active move of removing something, which sort of runs counter in some ways to physics, right? I mean, energy is not created and it can't be destroyed. So banishing's always been really, really tricky for me as a practice. It's not something that I do, but I do believe in grounding energies, and I do believe in releasing and surrendering and returning to earth that which you can no longer hold or carry. And so that's what we're doing with the red candle. Red symbolizes the releasing and the grounding of the energies that are all done from the last 7 years. Okay, candle is lit. I want you to roll your shoulders back. You don't need any crystals for this work unless you feel called to them, okay? You don't need anything. Roll your shoulders back. And so in your mind, I want you to travel back, journey back, roll back the great wheel of time to 2011. To 2011. And to help you, as I'm gracefully getting older, my memory is not what it used to be. I say that delicately. So if you have a great memory, I'm excited for you. If you don't and you're more like me, what you can do is think about how old were you in 2011? How old were you? And so do you remember? What do you remember about that year? Right? What do you remember about turning that age? What do you remember about holidays that year maybe? Was there a massive life event like a wedding or a divorce or a birth or a death? Where were you? What was happening for you in 2011? And I want you to imagine your spirit guides surrounding you in this moment and call upon them for help. Spirit guides, if there is something that needs to be released, if it's ready, if it's a yellow leaf on a growing tree, you know, and we're ready to let it go today, spirit guides surround us and guide us to the moment or the experience or the relationship, the heartache or the sadness maybe from that year, and take it from us. You know, you work with us, work through us to ground it into the earth on our behalf. We give you permission. We express our gratitude and our thanks. Whatever this is something that, with your permission, we would love to no longer carry. Whatever this is heavy for us still. And so we're ready. We're ready to let it go now. If you picked a good one, it'll be a challenge. If you picked a good one, this will be a challenge. But if you're ready, I love you for it. And so thank you, Gaia, for taking from us what we can no longer carry from that year. We release it with grace and gratitude, for it has been a teacher. All energies surrounding whatever you are releasing, may they be released with grace. Amen, aho, and so it is. 2011. Okay, 2012. 2012. 2012. What was happening for you? Where were you? What do you remember about 2012? What were you thinking about? Did you have a goal? What was happening in your professional life? How old were your children? Use those as guideposts and anchors to bring you into that moment. And so spirit guides surround us, guide us to the right moment. Help us to discern what is the aging leaf on our tree for 2012. What are we ready, really ready now today to say goodbye to? Because its work is done. We recognize we release whatever this is with grace and with gratitude, for it has been a teacher. And Gaia, we thank you for taking this energy from 2012 on our behalf. For it, whatever it is, we can no longer carry it. And just feel that energy leaving your system. If it helps you with a visual, because I'm very visual, imagine it leaving your hands or imagine it leaving your feet. The top of your head, the palms of your hands, and the bottoms of your feet are the primary places that your body releases energy. So those are just very easy places for you to surrender energy. If you're trying to release it from your body, you don't want to hold it in your body. Whew, okay, 2012. We have released 2013. Same question as before. Where were you? How old were you? What was happening in your life in 2013? Spirit guides take us back to the time or place or experience that is the yellow leaf on our tree from 2013. What is ready to be surrendered with grace today and with ease? What is no longer serving us that we carry as if it's our own? Whatever the wound or the trauma is, we surrender it today with grace and with gratitude, for it has been a teacher. Releasing 2013. Thank you, Gaia, for taking from us what we cannot hold or carry any longer from 2013, knowing whatever it is doesn't belong to us anymore. I'm returning that energy to you. 2014. 2014. I love reading your moments in the feed, by the way. If you can, it's interesting for me to see the feed with your dates. You know, if there's a particular event that you're releasing and you want to share the date, I think that's really powerful, because we can see it's like a rolling Rolodex of dates that we're shuffling through, and the date itself has an energy stream. So I really want to invite you to contribute to the feed, just because cycling through that energy is healing just for you too, to watch that. But if you want to stay present in the meditation and don't want to participate in the feed, that's totally fine too. 2014. And so spirit guides taking us to moments now, 2014. What was happening? Where were you? How old were you? Where were you living? How did 2013 set you up for 2014, right? To have the experiences of 2014. Spirit guides take us back to the time and place in 2014 that is ready to be surrendered and released today. Help us to release those energies today with grace and gratitude, for they have been a teacher. And sweet Gaia, we give thanks to you for taking from us today that from 2018, which we can no longer carry, that no longer belongs to us. Amen, aho, and so it is. Okay, and 2015. Feels good, right? So good. 2015. 2015. Spirit guides take us back to 2015 and the place, the experiences, the energies that are ready for us to release and surrender them today. And sometimes you'll notice an echo of whatever the energy is in your body. So you'll think of a place or a time or a year, and all of a sudden there's a tinge in your heart, or there'll be a nerve pain in your back, or your leg will feel numb. So just notice where that is, because there's an association most times between trauma, emotional trauma, and pain and sorrow and grief and loss, and an anchoring somewhere in the body. Unless you resolve that, whatever that emotion is, quickly in the moment, you can keep it from anchoring and manifesting in the body. But if it sits, it's residual, it develops a place. And so it's really, it's coming to your own. I mean, one of the best paths to healing is coming to awareness of where those places are for you, right? Is it on the maternal side? Is it on the paternal side? Do you have karmic energy work to do, right? So maybe in 2015, this is coming up for someone. Where is that place? And so releasing any trauma or pain from 2015 back to Gaia, who can hold it on our behalf. We release it with grace and with gratitude, for it was a teacher. It got you here in one piece, more or less. And thank you, Gaia, for taking on our behalf what we can no longer carry from 2015. We surrender it to you completely and wholly in this moment. 2016. Where were you in 2016? What was going on? Where were you living? How old were you? What was happening in your life in 2016? Spirit guides take us back to 2016, to a place, to an experience that's ready to be released. It's a yellow leaf on our beautiful tree. Help us to see where that release needs to happen. Take this energy from us, Gaia, for it is energy we can no longer sustain or hold. We release the energies of 2016 with grace and with gratitude, for they have been a good teacher to us. And 2017, this is the last releasing. That was just last year. I mean, 2017 brings us almost to present time. So these are going to be the most vivid memories for you. And they'll also be the brightest chords, right? The healthiest, strongest chords, because these are chords that were active in some cases less than a year ago. So 2017, what needs to be released from 2017 that you just are ready not to carry with you anymore? Because you've already integrated the wisdom, because you've already received it, because the exchange is complete. Spirit guides take us back to the moments, experiences, places, conversations, emotions that are yellow leaves on our tree from last year. And let's shake the leaves. Let's blow that away. And with it, let's release any particle, residue, energetic matter, frequency in our body, in any of our systems, physical systems, more subtle body systems, etheric systems. Great Spirit, I ask that you release from our physical bodies today any trauma, any disease, any illness, any low frequencies that are residual in our body from any of the traumas or experiences that we have just released. If any energy is stored in any body system for any person watching from any experience they just released, I ask that you clear it through on their behalf. If that energy is stored not just in their body systems, but in the body systems of their relatives, past or future. I ask that it also be cleared from the karmic DNA. So we're removing it forward and backward. Amen, aho, and so it is. That was good work just now. I felt that from the top of my head to the tips of my toes. Did you feel that? Was that good for you? Whoa. Okay. Well, today was quite intended. If you did that just now, you may have let go of about 1,000 years worth of some stuff that was ready to go. And your ancestors are thanking you for it. Okay, so if you are ready, Gaia, we give thanks to you as we extinguish this candle. This is the final push. This is the final push. Are you ready? We are releasing cycle 1 together. And I love you for it. Thank you so much for, woo. Thank you so much for your magic and for being a witness to mine. And cheers to the release of all that has been in this cycle to now. May it rest in peace. That is good stuff right there. That is good stuff right there. So good. Whew. Okay, now, blue candle. This is what is coming. Blue candle is what is coming. And so you are ready. You have created a container. Congratulations. You are the proud owner of a really great energetic container for your next cycle. You are ready to go. Cycle 2 of Sage Goddess begins. Your next cycle of magic with us begins too. Okay, now I have the stones I'm working with. I have my own 7 stones, and then Alexis chose 7 stones for me. And in honor of today's work that we're doing, we've done something really special in the shop. Don't go look at it right now because I want you to focus. But we put in the shop the set of stones that Alexis chose for me today. And when you purchase it, we're going to intuitively choose another set of 7 stones for your next cycle. So you get 2 sets of stones for the price of 1. But only while we have enough of the stones that I'm using for today, which is pretty cool. And there's juicy stones in there. There's sapphire, peacock ore. Sapphire is for wisdom, so we're calling in wisdom for my next cycle. Peacock ore, which is about learning to transform and meet the needs of the situation as they arise. There's amethyst for peace and crown chakra activation. There's azurite for major intuitive and psychic development. There's iolite, which the Vikings used to help guide them when they were on their voyages. There's fire agate because a girl's gotta get in her body and enjoy her sensuality and her sexuality, and so fire agate lights you up from below. And then labradorite, which is about visioning and new beginnings and intention setting, always remembering to dream a big dream. Isn't that cool? So that's how we're celebrating. That's just a little surprise thing that we put together for you today. Okay, and then my stones that I chose for myself are topaz with black tourmaline. I'm working with amethyst. I'm working with red hematoid quartz. I'm working with Libyan tektite. I am working with scapolite. And I'm working with sugilite and hyperstain. Okay, So I want you to choose one stone for each of the next 7 years, and don't overthink it. We intuitive folks are sometimes guilty of overthinking things and not letting them just be magical, because we feel like we have to rationalize everything. Don't do that. Your gut instinct is always right, and you know that's true. You know that your gut's always right. You only get mad at yourself when you don't listen. You know it's true every damn time. Okay, so I'm working with 2 stones for each cycle, one from Alexis and one from my own. So you can work with 1 or you can work with 2. So let's start. 2018. Girls, grab your crystals. What are your crystals for 2018? I'm working with iolite and scapulite. And so I want you to close your eyes. I want you to hold your stone. You can either, if you've got 2, hold 1 in each hand, or if you've just got 1, I want you to put it on your 3rd eye. Hold it right here. Your crystals like to go there because there's a little transmitter in your brain called your pineal gland, and it likes to talk to it. So your crystals want to be as close to that 3rd eye. In fact, we should almost always be wearing like headbands with crystals. I don't know why I haven't made those yet, but if I could, I would, because we should be wearing one all the time. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine what the energy is of the stone that you chose. Mine is clarity and direction and self-support, nurturing. And so call in a vision for 2018 of what that looks like. Make it physical. So who's going to do that for you? What would that look like for you? Ooh, maybe they're giving you a word or a symbol. They just gave me flow. Flow, which is so iolite, like duh, of course they gave you flow, right? I'm sorry, but like when I think about iolite, flow is definitely a word that comes to mind. What's your word? Maybe they gave you a symbol, like a triangle or a cube. Are they giving you a symbol to work with? Okay. So I want you to imagine that you have a sphere of white light right in front of you. And that sphere of white light, and make it really clear so that you can envision it in your mind. Pull it up. I want you to practice learning how to pull this up, by the way, because we're opening an energy stream. We're creating a little container of energy. And when you're discouraged in the next cycle, or when you're afraid, or when you're unsure, I want you to pull up this sphere of light, because it's going to remind you, it's going to bring you right back to this moment. And so I want you to imagine sending all of the energy of the crystal that you're holding into that sphere of light. Turn it the colors of the crystal that you're working with. So I'm sending scapulite, which is like that beautiful kind of light purple amethyst color. I'm sending iolite, which is beautiful indigo, like, I don't know, translucent, like dark sapphire color. So just turn that sphere of light, those colors, and fill it with those energies, right? Scapulite is all about really deep clarity and success. It's about bringing your best self forward. That's why scapulite is one of my all-time favorite stones. I'm having a ring made for myself out of scapulite in gold, because gold is very important. We could talk about that another time, but because it's a ring I want to wear every day, and gold is very important, but scapulite is important because of the clarity that it brings. It's a constant, it's like a pulse of truth. And so it constantly anchors you back in your deepest truth. So really just think about the properties of the stone that you chose, and imagine infusing your sphere with it. If you like what I just said about scapulite, by the way, you can choose to take my energy. So you can choose to say, okay, well, I'm not holding scapulite, but wow, what she said really resonates. Let me try to imagine sending that energy, right, to my sphere of light. It's a fun way to start to experiment with crystal energy, even if you haven't worked with a stone before. If you can visualize it, you can do it. Okay. So we have sealed our vision into that sphere for 2018. So this is 2018. Set that aside. 2019. And by the way, if you want, you can ask your guides during this meditation. I've asked for a word for the next cycle to guide it. And the word that they gave me for myself and Sage Goddess is activation. what they basically said is what I'm going to be doing with you guys over the next 7 years is that I'm going to be activating. We're going to be activating, and our planet is activating. And so, and that's not a word that I had really been thinking about. So when they gave it to me today for this cycle, I just said thank you, because that makes a lot of sense. I feel like I'm activating. And so, and you can choose to take on that word too, if that resonates. You know, I'm sort of here to inspire you. So maybe you're activating too in your own part of the work that you do in the world. And it'd be great if in our community you were activating your energy stream too. I love your words. They're beautiful. Okay, so 2019. What's the energy of 2019 that you're envisioning? Let's see. I'm going with topaz and fire agate. And if that, we get to play with crystals while we do ceremony together. Topaz is clarity too, but topaz is pathway. Topaz makes a path where there is no path. So topaz is one of those crystals that you work with when you think, I don't know how I'm going to get that done. I want to do it, but I'm not sure how. Topaz is like, why don't you leave that to me? I will help you get there. And fire agate is, like I said, a supreme kick in the pants. Fire agate is like, go, 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 do, build, 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 create, 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 create. If you have felt apathetic, somebody commented this morning and said they've been working on a book for 15 years. And I really felt like I wanted to just send this to her and attach it to her because I think it would help her. It's a kick in the pants. You got your stones? Grab your crystals. Okay, close your eyes. Pull up that sphere. It should still be the color. Are you visualizing? It should still be the color of the crystals that you worked with last time. Mine was, I pulled it right up and I'm like, oh, there it is. My blue sphere of light. Because last time I encoded it. You're encoding right now. You are transferring code to a sphere of light. And so it should be the color that you've just finished encoding it. Colors I'm working with now are white and black and orange. And so I'm imagining sending sort of a peachy light brown energy into my sphere to represent the properties of topaz and fire agate. It is a pathfinder butt kicker. What's your, that's my part of activation for 2019, I guess, is pathfinding butt kicking. Okay, and wait until your sphere of light takes on the color of the energies that you just encoded or imprinted. Let me give thanks for these additional energies coming in the cycle ahead. And may these energies come to us in service of our highest good and the highest good of all around us, including our planet. Amen, aho, and so it is. 2020. Ready? I'm going to do moldavite and azurite, which is kind of like the mothership landing and maybe being abducted. So I don't know quite what I'm calling in for 2020, but that would be a fun ride. Whenever people say that, you know, they feel like they're going to be abducted, I always say, can you tell them to wait for me? Okay, so 2020, what are you calling in? So this is going to be sort of like a really pretty aqua color. So pull up that sphere of light. It should still be encoded, right? So it should have the colors that you just imprinted. And now I want you to turn it the colors of the stone or stones that you are working with now. 2020. Just bringing all of the beauty of these crystals and their energy streams to your path for the highest good of all beings. So it is. Okay. 2021. Are you ready? Go with your gut. I'm doing sapphire and amethyst. Oh no, I'll do sapphire and amethyst. So I'm doing wisdom and peace, which sounds really nice too. But you know, ideally these are things you want all the time. You're creating a container. So everything that you're calling in right now, everything you just did, is part of the container of the whole cycle. And because time isn't really linear, it can sort of weave in and out and back on itself too. Okay. And so pull up your sphere of light, make sure it was the last color imprinted, add these additional colors to your sphere and the energy streams of the crystals, wisdom, peace, compassion. 2023. 2023. Actually, no, 2022. 2022. Time folding in on itself. Where are you going to be? What are you going to be doing? What do you want to experience in 2022? Calling in that energy stream. I'm working with chalcopyrite and labradorite, which is about shifting consciousness in service of a new vision, something that isn't present yet, but you can feel the energy, the frequency of it, and so you naturally start to move in alignment with it. That's what I'm calling in for 2022. And so pull up your sphere of light. Mine is still in this like blue purple kind of color wave, but a lot of my stones are high chakra stones, and so that tends to be what you get when you work with stones of those chakras. And this infusing that sphere of light with this additional energy from 2022. And giving thanks, calling in those energies in alignment with the highest good of all beings at this time and at that time. 2023. This is really, it's a combination of pink and purple amethyst with sujilite for guided healing, 2023. And so anchoring in those colors into your beautiful sphere of light. Mine is still in that indigo color wave, which is great. It's still morphing and changing because you're adding new energy streams. It isn't just about the color. So your sphere of light should start to look almost like an impressionist painting. It's got bits and pieces now of lots of different energy waves, and they'll all find their way. That alchemy of crystals is magnificent in the way that it works. And so calling in these blessings for 2023 in service of the highest good of all beings at that time and this. And then 2024. Where will you be? What will you be doing in 2024? How will you be feeling? How old will you be? You don't have to tell me. I will be 51. Is that right? Yeah. A mere child. All right, so I'm working with hypersthene for balance and hematoid quartz for gentle grounding for 2024. So now I'm bringing like a black, silver, gray, brown color wave to my sphere. And so I'm grounding, I'm rooting it, and I'm adding this real depth to create almost like a basket to support the other energies that I called in. And then calling in those energy streams of balance and support in the service of my highest good and the highest good of all beings at this time and that time as well. Amen, aho. And so that is, and so now I want you, if you are willing, as we prepare to extinguish the candle, I would love it for you to first set a general wish or intention for your next cycle, beginning today all the way through until we greet each other again on the other side of this cycle in 2024. What is your overarching intention, desire? What are you bringing to the cosmic table? And then I would love it if you would make a wish for us at Sage Goddess. What would you like our next cycle to bring to you? What wish do you have for the work that we're doing? So appreciate your good energy and the flow of it that we feel every day. So for us, I would love a wish as well. And then I would love for us to set a collective wish for the next cycle for our planet. Obviously sending protection and love and safety and security to the people of Athens today. But just for our planet in general, just calling in beautiful blessings of alignment and peace for the cycle ahead. I have such faith that the cycle ahead can be our best cycle as a planet. I do believe we're evolving. I do believe we're ascending. I do believe the consciousness of our planet is increasing. I really do. And so I have so much faith. That's what keeps me just nourished and going every day. I have so much faith. If you work with us long enough as Sage Goddess and you're in our community, you see that there are hundreds of thousands of the most incredible people on this planet. How can you not have faith? And they're all around you. They're everywhere. You know, we start feeling alone and isolated. And so we forget that, no, you are surrounded by millions of the most incredible people. And there are so many that you will meet that you haven't met yet who are going to bring so much to your life. So you should be excited every day and grateful every day, and in awe every day, because you are in a big world and it's full of magical people and they have beautiful intentions for our planet. And you are not holding the space alone. And I love you for it. But always remember that when you feel afraid, it's because you feel small, right? When you're little, you feel afraid because you feel small. You feel like anything could happen to you at any time. When you get big consciously, not physically, but when you get big consciously and you recognize how never alone you are, it becomes almost impossible to feel afraid, right? So it's when you feel afraid, it's because you feel alone. And fear is the root of all of the other negative emotions. If we wouldn't have disease or illness, I really believe this, we wouldn't have disease or illness if people didn't feel afraid. Because the anger that makes them sick, the sadness that makes them sick, the whatever it is that's making them sick, really it's all rooted in fear. And we only feel afraid when we feel alone. We have a lonely world. It's really sad, but we really do. And the root of healing is community. And that's why I'm here. That is what we are celebrating today, is my effort to help people not feel alone. So that they have someone with purple hair saying, you know what, let that shit go today. You got shit to let go? Guess what? Me too. Buckets of it. Want to do it? We can do that today. To you, to Sage Goddess, to our planet, cheers to cycle 2. May everything that you seek come to you in perfect time and in deep alignment with your soul's path and purpose for being here on this planet at this time. Thank you for heeding the call and doing your soul's work. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for supporting me and my team. Thank you for being a bright light every damn day. We love you for it. Amen, aho, and so it is. I love you guys too. Okay, are you ready to play? Let me close my circle. Oh, great spirit. We've done some good work together today. Did some good work together today. Didn't we? So good today. We moved a mountain today. Ah, so good. Guardians of the North, we release you from the circle with so much gratitude. Thank you for the wisdom, the safety, the protection that you offer every day. Thank you for bringing us to this planet and guiding us from where you sit. Until we see you again, we release you from your service to the circle. Guardians of the West, thank you for the purification, the releasing of the shit that we don't wish to carry anymore. We're so grateful for it. All that grandmother energy, knowing that everything's going to be okay because we have each other. We release you from the circle with gratitude. Guardians of the South, thank you for presenting us with the courage we needed, the strength we knew we had inside to step boldly into the new cycle without fear. We recognize that fear is the root of disease and illness, and we commit in the next cycle to letting that shit go, to being fearless. We know we're given a dream for a reason. Please continue to give us the courage to follow it. We release you from your service to the circle. And Guardians of the East, thank you for this new day, this new dawn, this new beginning, this chance to reboot, start right over, knowing that we're all human, doing the best we can, moving, taking footsteps down a new path today together. We ask that you bless these new steps, help us to walk in beauty and peace. We release you from your service to the circle. And with that, our circle is open. So good. Okay, I got stuff for you. I have things for you. Okay, I'm gonna do the giveaways first, and then I'm gonna pull some cards for a few minutes. And then I'm going to see you tonight for party number 2. That one includes champagne. Okay. This is protection. What's inside? It is a gemstone set chosen just by my team for you today to celebrate our anniversary. And so if you are calling in protection in your next cycle, if that's your medicine, say that's me in the feed, and I'm going to choose a winner right now. Kind of fun, right? It's a 5 or 6 stone set. It comes with tumbled stones in a little beautiful little velvet bag. And it comes with all the cards, so you know exactly what you got. And we will ship it right to you. Whose medicine is that? I know, giveaways and cards. So good. Oh, the feed goes crazy and I'm having a hard time keeping up. Okay. Oh, wait, all of a sudden I can't see it again. Wait, where'd you guys go? Oh, there we are. Okay, cool. Protection. Who's protection? Who is protection? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Okay, I think I know who it is. And it's funny because she came to me earlier today. Robin Dalmiris, I think this is your set. I think this set belongs to Robin. And I'm so excited to send it to you. Enjoy. Robin, I will send your set off to you today. If you want to just confirm with us, with our team, that we have your right email address, the best way to do that is to send a note to magic@sagegoddess.com and just say, just in case you need to confirm that. Congratulations, Robin. Yay! Okay, cool. The next set, are you ready? Manifestation. This is a gemstone set for what you are manifesting in the next cycle. I can tell you which cards are in it, which stones are in it. So in your manifestation set, you're getting spessartine garnet. That's going to manifest some sex. I don't know if that's what you're trying to do. Labradorite, astrophyllite. Oof, this is a good set. Golden labradorite, rutilated quartz, topaz, and larvikite. That is your manifestation gemstone set. That's a heavy visioning transformation. If you're starting something new and it's really a huge change for you, is that you? I'm excited for you guys. Yeah, this would be a good one. If you're manifesting prosperity and abundance, this would be another really good one for you to say yes to say, that's me. Let me put these back in their bag. Okay. It's fun. It's like opening presents. When I was a kid, I just wanted to open presents, and I didn't really care whether it was my present or not, because I was less about the thing and more about the process. So I would volunteer to open other people's presents. It probably doesn't surprise you too much. Okay. All right. I think I know who this one is for too. I had kind of that instant hit that I get. I'm looking for your comment. Yay, I'm so glad that you guys are excited. Okay. Where is Christy? I saw Christy before and now I can't find her comment. But Christy, I think this is your set for your new business. I really, really, really do. So congratulations, Christy. I can't find you right now. But this one is for you. So please make sure, like I said, that we have your right mailing address so that we can get this off to you. Ah, it's so much fun. Okay, yay. So far I've gotten 2 huge hits, quick hits. This is the health set. If you are manifesting health in the next cycle, if you're not, maybe you already have the perfect health that you desire. So maybe you're just manifesting more of what you already have, which would be really good. By the way, if you're ever doing that, if you're ever manifesting more of what you already have, epidote is the crystal for that. That's the best crystal for just more of this. If you're like, life is just so good, I'll have more of this. That's epidote. Okay, this has infinite stone, raw fuchsite. What a powerful healer that is. We talked about that in the live spec sale yesterday. Mariposite, another really powerful healer. Transformation of the physical body is Mariposite. Bloodstone, this is a physical healer. Stamina, regeneration, recovery. Malachite, which is a divine feminine healer, really good for ovaries. Prenite with epidote, which helps you stay strong while you heal others. And healerite, which is another rare one, heals more of the auric body, less of the physical body, but it's more of an emotional or a spiritual healer. Okay, this is physical healing. If you are calling that in for your next cycle, I have your gemstone set sitting right here. Oh, here we go. I know. Well, you know, we're all manifesting all those things all the time. So they're overlapping. They're overlapping. Oh, you're so welcome, Christy. I couldn't find your comments. I'm so glad you found me because I was having a challenge there. All right. All right. I think I know who it is. I think I know who it is. It's Patty Wolf. It sure is you, Patty Wolf. And I think it's exactly the reason that you put in your comment. I think it's to support you right through that process, because that is what a perfect cycle goal, you know, to get healthy. And if you're transitioning from medication, that's a fantastic cycle goal. Patty Wolf's doing that right now. Okay. Aho. The next one is, this is a prosperity. This is another money one. Let me see what I have for you. Money, money, money. Although prosperity can be all things. You can have all the money in the world. You're not going to be happy if you don't have a prosperity of love. That I can tell you. Okay, citrine is in here, of course. Green aventurine, which brings, green aventurine brings not just money, but opportunity, which is important too. You know, it's sort of like being in the right place at the right time. That's what aventurine does for you. Yellow apatite, which is my favorite manifestation stone, that and zincite. Prasiolite, which manifests healing. So if you're, or prosperity of healing. So we think of prasiolite as not just prosperity of money, but of wellness too. Pyrite brings an abundance of confidence and helps you feel worthy. And then opalite, this would be a good one. This would be a really good set because there's chlorite and quartz in here too for healing, physical healing. But opalite is for prosperity for your business. So this would be a really good one for somebody who is trying to strengthen their business or grow their business, because all of these stones would work really well together for that purpose. Okay. Whose is this? If that's your energy stream, if you just sat here with me for an hour and said yes to prosperity, you know you have to say yes, right? The universe has a policy of non-interference in human affairs. If you want something, you have to ask. If you're sitting there going, don't they just know I want more money? Imagine how frustrating it is for them. They're sitting there waiting for you to, for you to ask for help. Okay. I think I know who this is for. We're running out of time for cards, by the way. But you know what? I will do my very best to come live again this afternoon just to pull cards for you. Would that be okay as a backup? Okay, Erica Romero, this is totally for you. Erica Romero, 1000%. This is totally for you. Feel it 1000%. Congratulations, Erica. There's really intended magic in that bag for you, Erica. No doubt about it. Okay, are you ready? I saved the best for last because the rest of it doesn't matter. The biggest joy in my life comes from love, from feeling it and expressing it and sharing it, and it's all love, or it's nothing. But seriously, you got to think about it. When you set a primary intention for your life, everything else can be there, but without love. Okay, so here are your love stones. Are you ready? If this is for you, by the way, just say yes, that's me. If you already know, you don't even care what stones they are. You're like, I just need love. I totally trust you to just do what you're going to do. Chrysoprase, which heals a broken heart. Pink petalite, which is for healing in love if your heart's been broken. Ruby is if you've lost love. They say that loved ones go on to live in your heart as a ruby. So that's in there. Rose quartz, which is universal love, what we call agape. Agape in Greek. Unakite jasper, which is divine feminine grace and self-love. Pink tourmaline, which is for wellness through love, healing through opening your heart, trusting that it's safe to love. And then idocrase, which is about sex. Because that's love too. Okay, so who needs love? Good sex is love. I should qualify that. All right. Are you ready? Yeah, Cindy Conti, I totally know that Ruby is your stone. That is one thing I know. All the love stones are your stones. When I think of you, I think of the love stones. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, I see you. And you're calling it in right now. Just by commenting in the feed, you realize that, right? You're like, yes, I'm ready for love. When you say that's me to the universe, it's not just about the stone set. Oh, beautiful. Okay, I know who it's for. Another zing up the spine. Carissa Coons. This is your self-love set. That's what the guides have just said to me. They said it's her, and this is because this is going to be her cycle to really fall in love with herself. Are you ready for that? I think I'm really excited. That may be the most exciting of all the cycles because that's where it all begins. Like literally, your physical health begins there. Your financial prosperity begins there because self-love is gratitude to the universe. The universe created you. So when you love yourself, you're finally saying thank you for what you should have been saying thank you for all along. But the minute you say, God, you know what? I really do love me. The universe is like, you're welcome. I believe that with all my, with all my heart. Okay. All right. Well, so I want to say thank you again. Kombucha break. So we are going to be back with you. I'll come back in a couple of hours to do some live card pulls because I really do want you to see this deck. That'll be wisdom for your next cycle. Tonight, starting at 6 o'clock here in LA, we are live in person having a really fun time. So I hope you can come if you're local. I am going over right now. So this is what I want to tell you. There's a perfume in the shop today called Cycle. Did you see it? I'm going over right now to make Cycle. I am working with 7 ingredients for the next 7 years. I'm making 1 batch and it will be gone. If you trust me, I would go and get it now because by the time I talk about it and everybody sees about it, it might not be there anymore. I'm only doing 1 batch. It's sort of like 5511. If you remember that from 5-5 when I did the prosperity blend, this is going to be, I'm going to do 1 oil for each blessing and I'm activating those blessings for you when you work with the perfume. I haven't made it yet because I had to make it on this day. Okay. So if you trust me, I would just go get it. Everything is 22% off with code YAY22. If you don't trust me, wait. You're going to hear about it in a little while. I'm going to go live and talk about Cycle. I know this one's really special. It's going to make me cry to make it too. And then the other thing I did is I took Alexis's stone set that she made for me, and we're putting it in the shop with a free intuitive set for you. The price, I think, is $26 for both sets. So you're getting 14 stones for $26. That's before your 22% off. Plus, you're getting a free perfume today. You know that, too. Every order gets free perfume because that's my anniversary gift to you. So anyway, go to sagegoddess.com. Don't forget code YAY22. And if you're there and it's calling to you, Cycle Perfume is going to be the big magic of this day. We're going to be talking about Cycle Perfume for quite a while, I have a feeling. So cheers to you. Cheers to all the magic that awaits us. I will look forward to seeing you later this evening. Thanks, everybody. I love you, truly, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for working magic with me all these years. I look forward to what we can create together over the next 7. We have a lot of work to do. I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Be blessed.